It's time to hack the movies. Today, we're talking about tapes.
Hi, Kieran.
Hello, Tony.
How are you?
I am well.
Oh, man, I'm doing great. Today, we're going to talk about Resident Evil Apocalypse on our show, talking about tapes. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I had a joke for this. Wait, hold on. I am not well, Tony, because let me tell you, I'm about to crack a beer because the only thing more painful than watching Resident Evil Apocalypse for an hour and a half is talking to Tony about Resident Evil Apocalypse for an hour and a half. That was it. I'm only kidding.
I can tell that you were kidding.
But I am drinking a beer.
So yeah, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, so we have covered the first Resident Evil movie.
Yes.
Which we thought was fine.
Yeah.
And then we covered Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which we thought was fun.
Was fine and fun.
It was fine and fun.
And
would you like to respond to the critics of you look, by the way, just to clarify, I think we meant it was fine and fun in comparison to the rest of the Resident Evil movies.
Also, too, fine and fun does not mean great or good.
Yeah,
I don't think it was fine and fun.
Yeah.
And it really meant more like, I think, honestly, people were just more mad at you about the Ghostbusters thing already.
It's bad timing that it came off after Ghostbusters.
I said to you that weekend, I think when you guys aired the Ghostbusters, I said, oh, man, those people who are mad at Tony are going to be so mad at us for doing the Resident Evil thing because we didn't rip the movie apart at all.
We didn't, because remember, we mostly compared that movie to the other Resident Evil movies. Obviously, if someone's like, hey, do you want to watch Welcome to Raccoon City or Dawn of the Dead? I'll be like, no, Dawn of the Dead,
they're
obviously.
Better, yeah.
However, I think we can make everyone happy by talking about Resident Evil Apocalypse, which is awful.
So I'll say this.
Yeah.
I would rather watch Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City 100 times before I ever watch this fucking movie ever again.
It's pretty bad. So did you see this in theaters?
I saw it in theaters the night it came out. In Cherry Hill, a guy smoked weed in the theater. Mm-hmm. Me and my friends were, this was 2004, so I was like 17.
Did you rat him out? Did you call the
No,
cops?
but we were like, is somebody smoking weed? And the guy went, turn the fuck around. And then cops came in eventually and busted the guy in the theater while we were watching this movie. And that was more entertaining than most of this movie was.
Oh man, I forget what movie it was. I forget what movie it was, but I saw a movie in the early 2000s, and the most memorable thing was some old guy getting out of his seat, just tripped, and his face went right into the wall, and he collapsed down.
Oh my God.
And me and my dad laughed so hard, and I don't even remember what movie we saw.
I saw a movie one time
He was okay, by the way. He was okay. The internet, whenever I tell a story like that, the internet loves to make up that guy probably died. Like, no, he was
his
fine.
Orbital bone and died and bled out, and Tony laughed at him. I saw a movie one time in Neshaminy, and we watched a rat climb the wall and hang in the ceiling, and it fell into the middle, and the people were like, like freaking out in the middle. And that was, I forget what movie we were even watching.
Yeah.
I might have been, it was G.I. Joe. The first G.I. Joe.
Where was that story for the G.I. Joe episode?
I forgot about it until now we're talking. Yeah, I should have.
Well, anyway, I saw this in theaters with my mom and a friend of ours, because my mom was real into the first movie. She didn't know anything about the games. I think I mentioned this in the first episode we did for the first movie. So we were like all excited for this, and like I loved like Resident Evil Nemesis, and I was happy Nemesis was going to be in the movie.
Yep.
And I was an apologist for the first movie, so I was real excited. Too. And we saw it, and we walked out of the theater, and we were like, that wasn't good. That was really, really bad.
Yeah, this movie is cringe. Is like the best way I can.
I never saw another one in theaters until the last two, but I saw that for the purposes of reviewing them. I never went to another one for fun ever again.
I saw the next one, which is Extinction, I think.
That's a little bit better, yeah.
It sucked anyway. It was stupid, and it makes no sense. The progression of the series.
Oh no! Well, don't worry.
Sense.
I think we're gonna go through the series depending on how this episode goes. So anyway, so a little bit background on this film.
Yeah.
Alexander Witt's first directing credit. He is actually a pretty accomplished second unit director of photography.
Okay, so this was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
No.
Oh, this wasn't?
No, Paul W.S. Anderson at this point is directing AVP. He wrote it and produced it.
Oh,
but he's directing AVP at this point.
Oh, I
So
didn't know
this
that.
guy, Alexander Witt, and I looked at his credits. So, like second unit, it's like pickup shots and stuff. He does second unit like to this day for like huge movies. So he's like a pretty accomplished director of photography. I guess I think there's like a 14-year gap between this and the next movie he directed.
He probably had to watch the stank off of it.
Yeah, so he did this movie and they were like, you're going back to second unit for a while. And that's where you belong. Yeah, so the movie was going to be called Resident Evil Nemesis. Do you know why they changed it?
No.
Star Trek Nemesis came out and bombed. And
Really?
Yeah, they were like, do not put Nemesis in the title.
Wow. Yeah, because that's the only reason why this movie would have bombed, not because it just is sucks.
But no, the movie, by the way, the movie didn't bomb.
None of these movies I don't think ever bombed. Like, that's the kind of funny
Maybe
thing about
the
them.
last Milla Jovovich one did?
Yeah.
Maybe. I forget. I'd have to check. But even then, that was the last one, whatever.
This movie, too, like, has that reek of 2000s.
Oh, God,
it's after
yeah.
Matrix,
Oh.
and it's like filled with just Matrix crap that's just not quite there. It's and also too, like, it always reminds me of you ever see Ultraviolet?
Yes,
that fucking movie. Like Milla Jovovich was just like the action heroine of like the early 2000s, and every movie she was in was stupid.
She's actually not a big fan of this one. She was upset that they focused more on action over story. Anyway, two women were cast as Claire, but after the second one dropped out, they just got rid of the character.
And then they got Ali Larder in the other one or something.
Yeah,
like
they put
that.
Ali Larder in
why? She doesn't look or no, like.
I mean, I don't mind looking at Ali Larder. I'm not
really?
gonna lie.
I think she's kind of like.
I like Ali Larder.
I'm not into it.
Final Destination.
No, I always thought like I don't know.
Was it Varsity Blues where she has the whipped cream bikini?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see Varsity.
Make
Blues.
sure to include a picture of the whipped cream bikini.
Final Destination 1 and 2 are great though, but
yeah, they're pretty good.
No, but the person who plays Jill is great. Like she looks like Jill. It's just that
I have her name somewhere there.
Riddled with that Paul W.S. Anderson style cringe, though.
Yeah, I have a really cool note about her a little bit later when we get to her scene. Two more things. The teaser for this was really good with the regenerate makeup thing, and then it turns into a zombie.
From the leading name in biotechnology comes regenerate. Some side effects may occur.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The teaser was directed by Marcus Nispel, who did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake and the couple other remakes. Cool. And then lastly, this film made it on Roger Ebert's most hated list.
Really?
He did not like this film. And you know what? I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't either. I actually, when I saw this movie and we got out of it, I had to go take a piss because back when I was like young, I used to be able to hold it a whole movie, and I just
can't do it anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I got to pee like kind of halfway through.
Nah, I'm out.
I peed during the new Resident Evil, but so I was taking a pee, and like the guy next to me, because you know we were in it, and it was a urinal with a big old separator. It wasn't like me and him were like, duh. But
does that happen often? You're like,
no, yeah, I'm like, duh. It does, yeah, especially to me. But no, we were sitting there, and I was just like, yo, that movie fucking sucked. And he was like, yeah, that movie did suck. And we were just, the whole time we were peeing, just everybody then was like, yeah, that movie was garbage. And everyone in the urinals, like like it was like 4 or 5 of us just talking about how much that movie fucking sucked.
It was really bad. Like, I get it made money. I'm shocked they did another. I'm shocked they kept making them after this. Like,
yeah, it was like really...
maybe one more, but I'm shocked that based off this, no one saw the third one. No, people went and out and watched the third one.
They made 6?
Yeah,
I think 6 of them. Yeah.
7 now, but
the thing is, like, they could have made this better too if they just made it like, I don't know. I'll get into it later.
So, let's get into this movie, Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It starts with an awkward recap of the first film where Alice is just bored talking, and she's like, they didn't stay dead.
Yeah.
My name is Alice. I did this. It's like, can you wake up a little bit?
Umbrella, the largest commercial entity in the boobity beep and all this stuff.
Then we see that everything is going fine in Raccoon City, and then we pan down below the ground, much like David Lynch's Blue Velvet, how it shows everyone's happy and then pans down to the bugs. This is just as artsy as Blue Velvet.
Oh, yeah.
It pans down to Umbrella, and they're like, well, let's open the door where all the scary monsters are. Like,
Yeah.
you think they know better by now?
Didn't they know, like, everything that happened in the hive? Like, they had no idea that, you know, hey, we sent a team of people and none of them came back alive.
Also, it's like, wait, you're opening the big door underneath the city? You don't want to do the train again? Well, I guess the train is blown up.
This movie has big doors.
Yeah.
Unlike the first one that had to just do a shadow.
Oh,
They
yeah,
couldn't afford a
that's
big
right.
door.
That's right.
So that's kind of
But
cool.
I mean, I always assumed that the hive had a door that led to the city.
Yeah.
But for safety reasons, they used the train.
Yeah, well,
But why
isn't-
not just use the train again?
I don't know. Well, didn't they...
There's no reason to open up the big scary door.
Wasn't the scary door the one that led to the train?
No, I think this one is underneath the city.
Was that where they were? I thought they were in the... No, I thought they were in the place where they were in the mansion because they said, we're going to get the hive open.
Oh, maybe.
and blah,
Maybe
blah, blah. I thought it was
miswatched
like those guys that were in the mansion that grabbed them. And then
I
they
guess I
went
was
into
confused
that
because they
thing.
showed the suburb and then they go down. I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
I was
don't know.
messed up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, they open it up and it goes about as well as expected. This has the most intense scene of just black SUVs driving. Like the music is rampant. They're constantly up in the sound effect, and they're constantly like the SUVs are going like toward the camera. I'm like, all right, calm down,
The
guys.
other thing too, what I didn't understand was like they show that like wall. When did they build that wall? Was that, I guess, before everything? They built the wall just in
around
case
Raccoon
anyway?
City.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we never really saw the city in the first
Yeah,
one.
they just show like the wall in a 3D thing.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Oh man, I forgot to put it in here. There was some note that I saw. I need to like double check, but apparently the map they use, Raccoon City is Philadelphia.
No shit.
I'll fact check it. I will run the map.
So at the end of the movie, when it's zooming out,
Yeah.
it's like Michigan.
Yeah.
I was like,
but I
or
think
whatever
that
state,
map,
there's like a Great Lake near it or whatever.
yeah, I think the
but-
map they show in the news where it's located might be Philadelphia, but I could be wrong.
That's
that could
funny,
Be,
huh?
That could be a lie that I read.
Well,
I don't know.
in the games, I believe they say it's Middle America in
Yeah.
the games. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So yeah, the black SUVs are driving real menacingly. I like the
Yeah.
little hologram on the window that they have. They go to pick up Jarrett Harris's character, Ashford.
And he's like, hello, because he's like, I like, there's a part later I'll talk about.
Yeah.
I've only made like 3 or 4 notes of this movie because I hate it.
But yeah, he's just like the games, right?
Ashford?
Yeah.
You don't ever see him.
Oh, you don't?
No, he's not. It's not Alfred Ashford.
Oh, it's not.
No,
Which Ashford is he?
Which Ashford is he?
Thought he was Alfred.
Is he Alfred?
Yeah.
Alfred Ashford's the dude with the rifle and the weird colonial soldier outfit and shit, right?
Yeah, is this not a good adaptation of
Yeah,
the
so
character?
is that him?
I guess so.
Because then also, too, it's his...
Editor,
his-
can you show the movie Ashford and the game Ashford back to back?
You got to get the part when he laughs, where he's like, ah! He does like the awful laugh. Well, so that was the thing was, because I don't understand why they didn't make him like Spencer or some shit, but I guess Spencer's like old as
Yeah.
shit. He's dead. But,
Well, I know who he could be, but we'll get into that. He's worried about his daughter, who's stuck in the city. She gets picked up from school, but then like her SUV gets totaled by like a cement truck. But
yeah.
like, was the driver a zombie or was he just an asshole driver?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about either. And then also too, there's the whole part where they're like, we lost contact with the one SUV, and it's like you guys just kind of saw that happen and like left. Like, you didn't care.
Like you didn't go back?
Yeah,
you didn't go back and pick her
weren't
up?
they in the convoy and then she gets hit? Right?
I
They
guess-
were all part of the same convoy, or did I see that wrong?
This movie, the editing of this movie is not top notch, so it is a little jarring.
Because also too, I was watching it on HBO Max, which
Yeah.
I usually shout out to HBO Max. They're usually pretty good. However, on their desktop app, and I'm watching this at the office, we have high speed business internet, and it won't come in full quality the whole time.
Really?
It kept popping in and out, so I had to like
HBO is hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just their desktop app. I've never had a problem with it, like watching it on like my TV. It's
I
good.
exclusively have problems with it on my
Oh, really?
Samsung. Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox 360. I mean, the one works pretty good for
Yeah,
me.
no, I have it on the Samsung TV. But anyway, so 13 hours later, shit has hit the fan. Now, in the game Nemesis,
Yeah.
Jill is just like in her apartment I think she's about to go somewhere.
Well, she's like kind of like, oh man, it's getting shitty. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to get out of here. This is my last escape.
Yes. So she's like running. It's kind of like a last minute thing.
Yeah.
To justify her wearing like a mini skirt. And a
Yeah,
blue
exactly.
shirt.
Like, yeah, because she's normal. She's not.
Yeah.
She's that's
She didn't wake up expecting to run away from zombies that
Yeah.
day. But the movie, they wanted her in the outfit, but it's like, okay, wait. So zombies were attacking, and she's like, yeah, you know what? I should be pretty exposed.
Yeah.
I know what these things are. I'll switch into boots, though. I'll make sure I switch into boots.
Yeah.
And then she goes into the police, station and just opens fire.
And rampages through the police station.
By the way, we see newspaper clippings that she has been suspended.
Yeah.
So as soon as she pulls out a gun, they should all just be lighting her up.
So the thing is, too, like, this scene is also extremely cringe because given, okay, fine, there's zombies or whatever happening, she walks in so callous.
Yeah.
And just is like, bam, bam, and it's like all cool and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not cool. It's actually one of the stupidest scenes I think I might have ever seen.
And
in
then
an
she
opening
goes,
movie.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, and you need to get out of here. Aim for the head.
But
Boop.
it's
And-
like, why did you even go to the police station in the first place? Just leave.
Yeah, I don't understand why she did that either. Like, I
How
guess
does
she went
she
to
know
go get her.
How does she know what's going on?
So I'm guessing that they're kind of like, oh, everybody knows who Jill is. She was in the first game. So I'm guessing this is the reason why she's suspended.
Yeah.
Is because they ran a smear campaign on this Living Stars members after the whole the Spencer Mansion to kind of like get
in
their
the
name.
games, not
Yeah,
the movie.
but that's what I mean. Like in the movie, technically it didn't happen, but I guess they're just assuming like, oh, you played the game, so you'll get the story. Or
It's
whatever.
like, yeah, but
that's what
your
it
movie
is.
story's different.
Yeah.
Why is she here?
Also, everything is stupid and different in this movie. Like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
They also take like Jill Valentine, one of the greatest characters in all of Resident Evil, like one of the main, the coolest characters,
Yeah.
and they put her as a fucking Weenie Hut like sub character.
Yeah,
role.
they
It's
really like
awful.
downgrade her in
Yeah.
this. But yeah, we meet Thomas Kretschmann's character, whose name I can't remember. So he's just gonna be bad guy.
He is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought at first that he was supposed to be like, what's his name? One of the guys. I forget his name.
But he wakes Alice up because he could just wake her up with a computer now.
Yeah.
I guess.
And I guess he was the guy in the first movie that walks past the camera at the end of it. Because they were probably like, hey, we shot this
maybe.
cool scene where we have a guy.
Oh,
Who's that
yeah.
going to be? I guess we'll find out in the next movie.
I
'Cause
thought
none
that
of us fucking know. Like,
I thought that was just implied. There was just a zombie like around.
I thought it was just I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess it's him. He was like sitting there and he's like,
By the way, the end of the first movie, it seems like things have been going on for like weeks.
Yeah.
But in this one, it's like 13 hours. I'm like, wow, shit, you really hit the fan in 13 hours.
and then this movie has full on Milla Jovovich nips. It's not like they even try to hide it anymore.
Oh yeah.
This way it's weird. They just they're like, hey, can you get it into like a tube? Can we put a bunch of like no clothes on you most of the movie? Are you cool with that?
She loves
Like,
it. That's her
she's like,
favorite.
yeah, I guess so.
So luckily, Raccoon City has a border wall to keep them safe.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for the border wall, the infection would get out faster. So you're pro border wall, right?
Tony,
You
let's
think
not do this dance here.
What do you mean? You think the border wall is a good idea, right? Can I get you saying the border wall is a good idea?
I don't think it's a good idea in Resident Evil because they just use it as a way to keep the good people in.
Damn.
And not so much like, it's more to protect the bad people.
I thought I could get you with that.
I mean, what are you trying to do?
So some lady is running from zombies, and we get. I hate this. They do it in movies occasionally today, but like that mid 2000s, the choppy slow motion.
Where it's like, and it's like
Lord of the
blurred
Rings
kinda,
did
yeah.
it. King Kong did it. Peter Jackson did it a lot. But yeah, I can't stand that choppy slow motion.
I'm trying to think of what it reminds
Also, the
me of,
zombies are running.
Yeah.
Contradicts something that happens later in the movie, but like it's like you got to pick one, guys.
It reminds me of the music video of Smooth Criminal. The actual music video, not the part of it from Moonwalker, if you've ever seen it. It's kind of weird, a choppy like frame rate.
Yeah, I
don't
really
know.
hate it. It's just so disorienting.
Yeah, it's weird.
So Oded Fehr from The Mummy is Carlos.
Yeah, and his partner Nikolai, who's played by fucking Scott Farkas from Christmas Story. I had to look it up, but I was like,
He's also he was the brother in Titus, I think, the show Titus.
okay. No, but he still looks like Scud Farkus. Though.
Yeah. It took me a minute to realize that he was Nikolai. I'm like, what is that accent? I'm
Yeah.
like, I know that actor doesn't talk like that.
It gets really bad.
He doesn't look or act like Nikolai.
No, and that's the thing. Nikolai's like the main bad guy of the third game.
Yeah.
And in this game, he's just the guy. He's just a friend.
I hate when they just slap names on people. It's like, just...
Yeah.
That's one thing like Nolan did with his Batman movies. Is like, all right, well, this is a character that's kind of like Bullock, but fans are going to get mad that he doesn't do enough Bullock things, so I'm going to change his name.
Yeah.
That way it's like, oh, that's just some guy. But then you do...
They have Flass, and he's like not at all what Flass was.
Well,
like,
the first movie they did it. The movies afterwards, like, all right, we're going to change the name so fans don't get all nerdy. It's
gotcha.
Like Ramirez in Dark Knight is basically Montoya, but they were like, nah,
well, that's what I thought when I saw it,
Yeah.
you know?
So they like changed it, but like the Resident Evil went the opposite way. But like Nikolai, the main bad guy, he's just a good, cool guy.
All it is like and like later on too in the movies where they have like Barry, and it's like all it is it's just a guy in a red vest.
Yeah.
And it's Barry, but
at least later on they try to dress them up right. Nikolai looks nothing like Nikolai. But yeah, so Carlos does this whole spectacular rescue. He does the Demolition Man swinging down, shooting.
Yeah, and he's like shooting the zombies.
To save one girl on a roof, and then she's just like, I'm probably gonna die. And then she jumps off a roof. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I was just like, why did they do this whole scene? I guess to establish like, oh, you know, what's his name? Carlos is he's humanitarian.
Yeah. Or is it to relay information about how the bite works? Because if that's the case, Carlos did not learn that lesson.
Yeah.
So many people get bit, including himself, and he's like, I'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
It's like, no, the chick told you.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know.
So yeah, zombies get to the gate.
Yeah.
And again, shit hits the fan. What is it, like a dad falls down and like
falls down,
vomits?
he's like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and then he starts he bites people.
His eyes turn white like right away.
Yeah, immediately. All of a sudden it's like not like no longer a thing where it's like kind of a gradual transformation like it's always been.
Yeah.
It happens in seconds, like.
Yeah, and it's at the bridge, and they're like...
It's only when it's convenient, though, it seems like.
Yeah, there's a lot of convenient, like, zombie stuff. Yeah, which is a problem with zombie movies anyway. But, yeah, the Thomas Kretschmann character, he's just like, oh, shit, we gotta seal this. And it's
Close the giant doors.
Close the giant doors to the only bridge out of Raccoon City. So they have a wall and not a bridge. Do you agree that we should be building bridges and not walls?
Yes. Is that a good thing to say? Or is this some sort of weird trap you're trying to get me in?
I think it's what the Pope said to criticize Trump. Anyway.
I guess bridges are cool.
Anyway.
Let's just build bridges over every single piece of water that there ever is right now. So we can get everywhere.
Oh, hello, Xander. Welcome to the store.
Hey, Tony, what's going on?
I got this old jingle in my head, and I can't quite get it out. It goes something like this. Splish, splash, I was taking a bath, and I noticed I had beautiful balls. Our friends at Manscaped, the global leaders in below-the-waist hygiene, are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium Collection. This all-in-one hygiene, skin, and hair bundle is designed to upgrade that everyday man shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, and balls deserve this. They deserve it. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code HackTheMovies. Hello, Xander.
I thought that jingle was really great.
It was really, really great. Now you're a big Manscaped fan, right?
Oh yeah, I should have worn my T-shirt today.
I should have worn mine too. Yeah.
Neither of our balls are thanking us right now.
They aren't, but they will. They will because of this.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. So we really love the Manscaped razors. They make us feel safe. You feel safe when you shave your balls.
Oh yeah, they got a nice little light on there. You know where you're going when you're mowing and
exactly.
doing
And
your thing.
what was life before Manscaped for you?
Not scaped at all.
It was just you were just letting it go out.
No, I mean, I did my due diligence, but this just makes it so easy. I could do it with my eyes closed.
I looked like you ever look up find a Playboy that your dad had from the 70s?
No.
I was that amount of hairy.
Wow.
Anyway, let me walk you through Manscaped's shower routine.
Dear God.
Step 1,
okay.
Lather on the cologne-infused ultra premium body. Thank you for acting this out. Ultra premium body wash with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean and moisturized all day. Not sure if you heard that correctly, but this body wash is cologne infused. So that special someone in your life will absolutely love it. Do you have a special someone in your life?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Oh.
Step 2, it's hair care time.
Okay.
Apply the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses and nourishes in one step. The non-greasy formula has a base of coconut water, green tea, aloe turmeric, and sage. Apply this to your armpits and pubic region too. I noticed you're not acting that
I was
out.
going to do that part, but...
Okay, step 3. Once you hop out of the shower, protect yourself from body odor by applying the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. This deodorant dries clear and is also cologne infused. You got a lot of cologne on you right now, Xander.
You can't even see.
Step 4. Have tattoos or dry skin?
Yes to one of those.
Okay, let's hit your skin with the Hydrating Body Moisturizer Spray. Step 5, apply the Manscaped Lip Balm. This is a free gift when you purchase the Ultra Premium Collection. And last but not least, we're using the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off any unwanted body hair. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, so you bet it's a major key to the new shower routine.
Insert splash effects.
Yes, this new bundle will change your life, and I want all my listeners out there to live their best lives. Now, having acted out, do you feel like you're living your best life?
Wow, my life is so great.
And this could be you too when you start using Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code HackTheMovies at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code.
Tony, wait. Heck the best. Sorry, I wasn't listening. Sorry.
With the code.
What's the code?
Hack the Movies.
Oh.
With the code
Hack the Movies
at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine.
Get wet today.
Let's do it. We're getting wet.
Woo! Splash.
So Ashford refuses to leave Raccoon City until they get his daughter.
He's like, oh, God, till you get my daughter.
I'm not leaving without my daughter.
And it's just like, they're constantly like, get in the thing. And he's like, no. And it's the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, can't walk. Just put him on the helicopter.
I guess they need
Umbrella is not about ethics. If they're like, hey, Ashford, you got to get in the helicopter. No, they're like, okay. They just wheel him on the helicopter. Problem solved.
I think, is it like supposed to be like it leads to later because they needed, I don't know. This movie seems like it makes sense, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Seems like the movie is like a lot of like,
they're trying to justify it where like it was all planned.
Yeah,
but then,
exactly.
Like, even if I was Ashford, I'm like, wait, why don't they just wheel me onto the helicopter? I literally can't stop them.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be suspicious.
It's not like he's their boss or anything like that.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, he's expendable, we learn.
Yeah.
Which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Out of nowhere. It's just like, why even?
So, wait, so the whole thing with the daughter, shouldn't this have been the guy from 2, Birkin?
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of.
Wouldn't this make sense?
It would have made
like,
way more sense if it was
if it
Birkin.
was
But that's the
Birkin.
thing is, I think that they tried to make it like, oh, it's the girl from who was the what's it called, the Red Queen from the first movie,
which ends up not being the case.
Yeah, it's
later
weird.
in the series.
Yeah,
but yeah, it would have been. It's.
I think so. So the thing about this movie too is what it was closer to was Code Veronica, and they take a lot of shit from Code Veronica.
See, that's the one I didn't really play.
There's straight up scenes like lifted from it, like at the end of the movie when she's running in the helicopter shooting and she's running through the windows. That's a whole cutscene in the beginning, and then how they're like drop the gun and she drops the gun, but then she goes down. Claire does that in the game.
Okay,
like they took things from Code Veronica, and I think that Code Veronica, they thought, oh, well, that's the newest game, so that's the one in most people's minds. But it's like, no, that's the one like least amount of people played at that time.
Yeah.
It was just at the time, it was the only one that was out.
I just think it would have been so much easier to just combine 2 and 3.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I guess they thought at the time, like, no one's playing those. They're for the old PlayStation. They came out in 96.
Yeah, but
everyone's playing Code Veronica. This is one on the PlayStation 2. Because at the time, too, Resident Evil 4 had not been released.
Oh, don't worry. The DVD, they're hyping up Resident Evil 4. Hey,
Are
Kieran.
they? Oh, shit. There it is.
Let's see here. You want to know what other great DVDs you can get?
Okay.
You can get Anacondas, The Hunt for the Blood Orchid, which I actually think we have.
Oh my God.
We have Anacondas, The Hunt for the Blood Orchid.
Really? Yeah, but if you do though,
Yeah.
where's that?
You
gonna
can
be?
get Kiana the Prophecy.
Why do I vaguely remember?
I don't know. You can get the first Resident Evil. Kingdom Hospital, a miniseries about Stephen King.
I remember Kingdom Hospital. We had that at my Blockbuster.
Underworld.
The basically Resident Evil but vampire edition.
Right down to director marrying the lead. Final
Really?
Fantasy, The Spirits Within.
Oh, that
And,
sucks. Actually, the director married her, and then she ended up banging Pete Davidson at some point.
That was after they divorced, but they were
Yeah,
married
but still,
for years.
I mean,
Join the Sony Pictures Network for exclusive DVD news from Columbia and TriStar. But yeah, in the DVD, they have this little pamphlet. Buy it now, Resident Evil 4. I always hate it for Resident Evil.
Yeah, for Resident Evil.
Get a free Resident Evil 4 t-shirt when you buy the game at residentevil.com/DVD.
Wow.
So guys, if you're at home, residentevil.com/DVD, get yourself that Resident Evil 4 t-shirt.
That's cool.
But yeah, Leon's not in this.
No, but that's the thing is again, I think that Ashford was the main bad guy of Code Veronica.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were mostly like. And then so if you think about it, the last two games were Jill Valentine, Carlos, and then Code Veronica. But I think that they were like, I don't know why they wouldn't have Claire instead.
I just feel like if I was doing this,
I guess because they wanted to have Nemesis, so they wanted to tie it that
if
way
I was
in.
doing this and I had to combine like 2 and 3, I'd make a plot about Leon.
Mhm.
I'd just combine Claire into Jill and make Jill the B plot and then have them meet up. Like, I feel like that would be a more easier way to combine those two games.
Instead, they kind of combined, they just basically took 3.
Yeah.
And
but then you got to shoehorn Alice into it.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, so that's the thing is everybody takes a back seat for Alice. And she's the lamest. I'm sorry, but
she
Alice sucks. Every
Yeah.
second she sucks. I hate how cool this movie tries to be at every second, and it's just so not.
Yeah.
It is the epitome of I don't know, fucking chain link wallet, spiky wrist things, fedora, a trench coat, and a katana, but it's also wearing a, I don't know, Legend of Zelda t-shirt.
So anyway, speaking of Alice, Ashford finds her. He does some hacking and finds Alice, and she's mutating.
Yeah.
Whatever they put in her, you see there's something under her skin.
Yeah.
And I was like, is she gonna grow tentacles? No tentacles. Someone else doesn't have tentacles in this goddamn movie.
Yeah, but that's the thing too is, oh God. I also let me
yeah.
tell you, I feel bad for whoever had to play the Nemesis.
Oh yeah. So the survivors hide in a church.
Yeah.
And that's where we get a creepy priest
And I think
feeding his zombie sister prisoners.
Yeah. Which it's such a stupid scene.
Yeah.
Because it's so
My
unnecessary.
sister's sick. It's okay.
And my sister's ill. And then she says,
it's
you're feeding her? You're sick.
It's like they want to do the beginning of the original Dawn of the Dead where the apartment complex was leaving the zombies in the basement because they were too afraid to let go of them.
Mm-hmm.
But not good. It's like that, but not good.
Yeah.
So Sienna Guillory, that's who plays Jill.
Okay.
She does a really good job of imitating the movements from the game.
Yeah.
She apparently got the game and you see how she walks with the gun to the side and she's she mimicked how these characters kind of move.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's a good attention to detail that a lot of people just wouldn't do.
Yeah.
And she looks like Jill and she's just written like an idiot.
Yeah.
So now there's lickers.
Yeah.
The lickers attack. There's some asshole they find in the church this is mine. It's
yeah, that guy who has a gun and they're put the gun down and it's I'll bet he dies. It's
So the lickers are attacking. The lickers kill him.
yeah. Oh, and also they have what's her name? Terry, the
news reporter.
news reporter
Yeah,
girl.
she joins them.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Jill's friend, her
Peyton?
stars for Peyton. Yeah, he's big.
He's not anybody either.
No.
I thought that they were trying to make him Kenneth when I first saw it.
Yeah.
Which is the guy who dies in the mansion in the first game because it looked like they dressed him the same exact way, but
Yeah.
nah.
But yeah, the lickers attack They don't look much better than the first movie.
No, they look, in my opinion, I don't like them even less in this one because they have a weird mouth.
Yeah. They also, I guess they just don't mutate anymore after eating.
Yeah.
That was like a big deal in the first movie, and it's like, oh no. No, now they just eat people.
They're
and
just
good.
lickers now.
So I think this is a scene that Roger Ebert made fun of. This is a scene everyone makes fun of. We made fun of it the other day.
I hate this fucking scene so hard.
So they're shooting at the monsters.
Yep.
And we're led to believe that Alice is outside on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And she's like, huh, I hear some shooting in the church.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I guess, find a ramp and just drive my motorcycle through the stained glass window and just hope there's a monster on the other side and not innocent people.
You know what's funny is, so I'm now, first you have to assume that there is some sort of church that for some reason has just a ramp in front of it like that. What I like to think is just the fact that the motorcycle just decided to float it through the window for some reason.
It's
like,
almost,
it just was like,
it's almost as bad as Robin and Batman and Robin motorcycling through the wall and then it makes his logo and it's like, wait, how did it make the logo?
I hate it. So she flies through the window.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest fucking scene in the movie.
She sends the motorcycle off toward the liquor.
Yeah. Oh no, first she pulls the helmet off. She's like, move. Move. And then she like revs it up.
Yeah.
Kicks, does a flip. Flies
then,
into it. For some reason, it goes whoop.
Yeah,
that's why I like to assume that she just floated the motorcycle because this motorcycle has anti-gravity properties.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The funny thing is she aims up before that even happens. So she's confident that it's going to happen. So the motorcycle
hit him.
So does it fly up and the liquor grabs it, or does it hit the liquor and the liquor jumps?
It's like
up?
they both like get hit and then they spiral kind of upwards, and then she blows the one up. She shoots it across, and the power of Christ kills one of the like.
It should have splattered. That would have been cool. Instead, it's pinned, and then she shoots it in the head. Help,
and she shoots in the head, and it's like, bleh.
Yeah,
and it looks terrible.
And the other one, she just shoots.
Yeah, she pulls out the shotgun. She's got all these guns. She has double guns out the ass and a shotgun.
There's just. Say what you will about the first movie, but I think the reason it we got to see some cool things we hadn't before. Like, I never saw people using acrobats to get rid of a laser.
Yeah.
I never saw a chick do karate on zombie dogs. And then you get this movie and you're like, I kind of seen all of this in other better movies.
Yeah.
Like I've seen zombies being shot. I've seen monsters I've seen the double gun. Tomb Raider just came out.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Tomb Raider 2 is out at this point.
Matrix came out, and also too, like, Matrix took a lot of things from like, of course, like anime and John Woo movies and Chow Yun-Fat and stuff. But then it's like, everyone's like, oh, 2 handguns? Oh my God! It's the coolest thing in the world.
I get other movies are doing it, but the other movies were doing it like better than this.
This is her like shoot. Then she's like, I hate how she fucking flips the pistols. I hate how she's
like kind of like holding them the whole time.
It's so annoying. It's just every single thing about this movie is.
And
just
she's
like,
such a lame fucking character.
Yeah. And she has like the worst one-liners in this movie too.
Yeah.
Like every single thing, nothing lands. Everything just makes me go like, if I was there, I'd be like, oh.
I like Jill. Like, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
It's like, all right.
Who the fuck are you?
She just saved you. Can you be like, hey, who?
And then they're like, hey guys, we need to go somewhere safer. Let's walk through this graveyard.
Oh, we're getting to the graveyard. But first up, GTA motherfucker.
Okay, so that's another thing. I forgot.
GTA motherfucker. Oh, yeah. 10 points.
One thing more
LJ.
I hate in this movie is LJ. I hate Mike Epps in this movie.
Wow.
I think he is just as cringe. He is just as fucking cringe. The GTA motherfucker 10 points line is one of the. I remember seeing that in the theater and getting chills. Then you got boob zombies.
Oh, I like boob zombies.
Which might be the only like part that I kind of enjoy in this movie, except for the fact that all I can think of is like those poor women.
Yeah.
This is what we're
gonna be in a big movie.
We're gonna be in Resident Evil.
One thing that's pretty cool, and I'm shocked it wasn't in any of the trailers, but they show like Star's team being attacked by zombies, and they do the zoom in on the riot helmet with the reflection of the zombie. And I'm like, that's from like a game, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of like
similar
it's kind
to
of taken like the beginning of Resident Evil 3 when
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
fighting.
And
But
I'm
the thing that bothers me about it is
Yeah.
that the zombie gets in the helmet and is like, and it looks like the zombie's checking itself out in the reflection.
Yeah, I guess if you think about it, it's kind of
It looks like it's like
But I don't remember that being in any of the trailers. That feels like it's like a trailer shot.
It could have been good. Yeah.
It's a cool shot. It's too cool for this movie.
No, I agree.
So yeah, like you said, our heroes are being attacked by zombies left and right. And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, the graveyard.
And they Matrix fight.
To be fair, the way the virus was spreading, it wouldn't make sense to go into these bodies, but I guess it's mutated and
Yeah.
seeped into the graveyard.
I think that's only because like in Resident Evil 3 they had a graveyard scene.
Yeah.
And that was just because they wanted to have one in one of the games, but they couldn't figure it out with the PlayStation technology until the third game.
Okay.
That was the first time they were like, "Oh, we could do this." Like,
Yeah.
so
The fucking. Oh, also here before the fight scene happens, we get another prolonged infection cliche. Like, he's bit. We have to kill him now. No.
yeah.
I'll take care of it myself when the time comes. It's better to do it. Like, I've heard
Yeah,
it a
and
million
also
times.
it's too Alice being really cool again. Just
Yeah.
super cool. Alice.
Yeah. However, when they do fight, the sound effects of them fighting, like, is this a joke?
Yeah, and it's you keep hearing too like like it's like this one generic grunt that they got. Also, the masks on the zombies, like that you can tell are padded so they
Yeah.
can hit, are really obvious. They're
Yeah.
fucking masks. Like
I do
all of
wanna
a sudden,
say-
these zombies look like dollar store zombies.
I do want to say over on Patreon, me and my friend Tom, we reviewed a Stone Cold movie, Michael Jai White movie.
Oh,
called-
I know what movie you're talking about.
called Chain of Command.
Chain of Command. Yeah, I saw some of it with the really bad blood effects, and I was
Yeah.
like, "That's Video Copilot blood effects in it."
But in that movie, they like anytime people turn, they add like a whoosh sound
That's
effect, like
funny.
a whip sound effect, and it's supposed to be taken 100% seriously. And that's how I felt watching this. I'm like, they want us to think this is badass, but the effects are so cartoony.
Honestly, I hate the one scene where like she does a back kick. She does like this.
Oh,
kick
yeah,
kind of thing,
yeah.
and she like throws her hands out for some reason, but it just looks so stupid, and they close up on it. Also, what the fuck is the shirt she's wearing throughout this?
That like mesh, yeah.
I know like she got like a shirt, so she must have stopped somewhere, but she
Yeah.
decided that was the best.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like I thought at first she was wearing like chainmail or something,
Yeah,
but
no.
it's like a mesh shirt in a tank top, and then it's just so dumb. Everything. Is
I think she
so
went to a gun
dumb.
store. It's like, do they not have like vests or anything or any kind of armor?
No
Like
one's wearing
a
any
thick
sort of
jacket?
tactical stuff.
You can get a thick jacket just anywhere.
And then everybody in the STARS unit, they all went to the Gap and got their tech vests. And not, someone who wears a vest all the time or whatever, but like, it's like nobody's wearing like tactical shit. They're all wearing these padded vests.
Speaking of, what you call it, stars, Nemesis gets activated.
Yeah, and he's the worst.
But like,
He looks like ass.
Here's the look thing. Like they didn't do like the whole like don't show your monster too early thing.
Yeah.
So like what you do is like activate Nemesis, and maybe you see like a little bit of him waking up, which we see,
Mm-hmm.
and then he attacks the stars, and that would be his reveal. But they're like activate Nemesis, and then there's just a picture of him on the computer going.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, no, don't show that yet. What are you doing?
Also, too,
No,
Nemesis,
you show a little bit of him, and you wait, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's the reveal. You don't just go. Imagine like watching like Predator, and they're like, hey, here's the Predator. It's just the face.
Yeah, it's like the
what?
face
What the
of Predator.
fuck? What's the build up?
They did such a bad job with Nemesis in this too.
I thought he looked so cool in like the trailers and
Yeah,
like
but
the
in
pictures.
the movie, he looks like
the promotional, but yeah, no. When you see him in the movie, he looks like a
he
cosplayer.
looks like he looks like straight up. I'm pretty sure I've probably seen cosplayers.
I
do better.
probably have a picture of me with a Nemesis cosplayer, and
But
it's
also, too,
almost
like,
exact.
His boots are way bigger than the legs that are filling the boots.
Yeah.
So he looks like a baby Nemesis boy in a Nemesis costume. And his head is obviously a thing that's like here, and it's just this big above his shoulders. Like, it totally doesn't look like anything
They
real.
have to like digitally enhance his face once in a while because the
Yeah.
animatronic is so unexpressive. Like, I know people like practical effects over CGI, but this is a case where it's like,
No.
It would have looked like shit back then, but if they did it now, it's like this should be a CGI character.
I'm sure like a Nemesis now is probably going to look pretty good.
Yeah. Nemesis now will look great.
That's what pisses me off about the new one is that they didn't just use like a tyrant or something like that.
Yeah,
They could have.
that's so weird. They went with Birkin and made
Even
him
in
an
the first
eyeball
one, like,
monster.
oh, it's super liquor.
Yeah.
That's a super liquor. Okay.
So Carlos's friend finally turns into a zombie.
Yeah.
They go into that building. Oh, so they go
Yuri,
into a
who's
building.
nobody.
Yeah, they go into a building because a helicopter drops off some guns for Nemesis, but they miss Nemesis. But I like, as the helicopter's leaving, fucking Nikolai is like, no, wait! And it almost reminded me of, no, don't go!
No! Don't go!
What an asshole.
Wow. What an asshole.
But yeah, like, his friend was bit. He's clearly turning into a zombie. It's like, did you learn nothing from that woman?
Yeah. The woman who killed herself in vain, apparently, for no reason. Because
So,
she
yeah.
didn't help you out.
LJ, he shacks up with Stars,
Yeah.
although they almost kill him right away.
Yeah.
He's like, I could have been
Which is
better
like-
out there. But I like they're like, here's a gun. He's like, my shit's custom.
Yeah, and he
He's
has like
gold
the,
Desert
so
Eagles.
That I don't mind that part. That part made me laugh because I was like, I like how he has the Desert Eagles, but it's like, I just hate him. I hate LJ, and he sucks in the next movie too.
Yeah, he is bad. I don't know why they brought him back. But yeah, so Nemesis shows up and he annihilates everyone. Also,
Except
he's
for
like
LJ.
controlled by like a computer and
Yeah,
stuff.
see, that's another thing.
You know,
that
like the
kills
computer
me.
in his head.
He's no, I hated it.
But yeah, so he kills everyone but LJ because he's not a threat.
Yeah.
I like the whole like threat
He's
minimal,
also
and
too-
then he drops the guns like no threat.
The thing is, Nemesis is fast. He's not
Oh, yeah, he's just
lumbering, slow thing that just walks. He runs. He jumps. He fucking is quick.
Oh no, don't worry. He jumps later in the movie.
Yeah, but it's like,
But I like he's like holding up the rocket. You can tell the actor's like because apparently the suit was like 60 pounds.
Yeah.
And then the gun was like 60 pounds, and he's just like and like he's got the Michael Keaton thing where he's like his head just can't turn.
yeah.
So it's like Nemesis is like and I think they leave the mouth open and there's like a screen for the actor to see. So sometimes his mouth is just open.
It just looks like shit. It looks worse than anything.
Yeah.
It just looks awful. His boots.
And if
are
they
all
didn't
small,
linger on
like-
it as much, maybe it could have gotten away with
Yeah.
it. But like at the end of the movie, when they're having like a Mortal Kombat
Oh
fight,
my
it's like,
god! Don't. We'll get to that because I have a lot to say about that shit.
But don't worry, Nemesis. LJ respects you.
yeah, and he gets left alone.
Yeah.
Even though Nemesis would just rip him to pieces.
No, the computer in his brain said.
Yeah,
don't do
so
it.
that's the thing that's like so stupid is he doesn't have a fucking computer in his brain. Like when I saw that, I was like, okay, I already hate it.
Yeah.
I hate everything about it. Like every single thing they did, especially back then, as someone who like Resident Evil is my favorite. It's my favorite, like my favorite game series.
Yeah.
It's a few of them are my favorite games of all time.
I mean, I think they're fine.
and fun. I think the games are fine and fun.
Yeah.
I think they're better than that, but this game pissed me off on so many levels.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
this movie.
So Ashford calls the survivors and he promises he can get them out of the city.
Yeah.
But only if they save his
They
daughter.
have to save his daughter in the school.
And then Alice lets them know that this movie is plagiarizing the end of Return of the Living Dead. She might as well just say, hey, did you guys ever see Return of the Living Dead? And they go, well, what happened in that movie? Like, oh, they nuked the city in the morning.
Okay.
That's
I've
what
never
they're
seen that.
Oh,
No,
what?
I've never seen Return of the Living Dead.
Don't we have it?
Do you have it? I'll borrow it.
Have it right here. Well, you can't borrow this one. It's signed.
Oh, fuck.
I have another copy of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll borrow it. No, but I mean,
No,
at
no.
the same
Return
time,
of the Living Dead, you find out like the military knew that there were missing zombie stuff when they get the call. The movie literally ends with a nuke on the city blowing it up in the morning.
Okay.
So this movie, she's just like, yeah, they're going to Return of the Living Dead, the city. She might as well just say that.
Well, in Resident Evil 3, that's how the game ends, too.
Well, I'm sure the game also took a page out
Probably.
of that book.
But every single Resident Evil game ends with a countdown.
With a
timer
big
of
explosion,
bomb.
yeah.
Exactly.
But I do like that they're like, yeah, they're going to blame it on the power plant. They'll just say it melted down.
Yeah. Which is that what happens when a meltdown happens? It's like a nuclear bomb explosion?
I guess it depends.
Or is it like, you know, Chernobyl, where it's like people just get slowly irradiated and die and have to leave?
I guess it depends. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know much about
I'm not a nuclear physicist.
myself neither.
Uh,
At least you say nuclear, right?
yes. So
How
Nemesis.
many people is that going to piss off? All those nuclear sayers.
So Nemesis, he kills Peyton,
Yeah.
and then Alice fights him, and Alice
Peyton gets blown away, which is probably better than he deserves.
Yeah, but Alice and Nemesis jumping onto that police car, like they're like leapfrogging in the air. They look so fucking. Especially Nemesis does not look graceful at all. He's like, bro.
No, it's like that's the thing too. Is like so Peyton just gets blown up, and it happens like because you think like okay, well, he's a character and stuff, and then they just kill him.
Yeah,
it's
but don't
very
worry, he comes back as a
unceremonious.
zombie in a few minutes.
Yeah, but it's like the way they kill him is like he, you know,
Just gets
why
shot.
even keep him alive then earlier? Like
what I
just
want
to
to know
shoot
is,
him. Like I don't know.
yeah, what I want to know is Alice jumps into a laundry chute.
Yeah. I hate that.
The
No, it's a garbage
plastic-
disposal.
yeah.
She's like, dude, and she shoots the wall
Yeah,
to slide underneath into it.
and then a big plastic garbage bin is enough to shield you from a fucking rocket.
Yeah. And she also breaks her finger for no reason. She breaks her finger for no reason at all. There's no reason to have her
Nemesis
break
trying
her
to
finger.
fit the rocket launcher down.
He's like, pew.
If only he had some kind of, I don't know, tentacles that could grow from his arm to grab her.
Or if he was a little bit faster.
Maybe, you know, he got shot a bunch. Maybe if he was able to mutate into a slightly scarier monster. Yeah, Jill has to shoot her zombie friend. It's every scene you've ever seen. Like, oh, I can't do it. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
She's starting the car. And that's the thing. There's so many like people and things that happen through jump scares. Did you ever notice how like in these movies, it's like a lot of people meet each other through a jump scare?
Yeah.
Like imagine if you just met everyone you knew through jump scare. like you're sitting in a room and then all of a sudden a person's right behind you. I don't know. They weren't like, hey, how's it going? I'm a new employee. They sneak up on you every single time, no matter what. And it's always like, or they shoot a person. There's a lot of this like, oh, don't shoot me. Pew. Oh, it was a zombie behind.
Oh, yeah, that happened to LJ earlier. Oh, it happens to
so many
LJ
times.
again.
It happens to LJ several times.
Oh my God.
Like Carlos, he meets Carlos that way.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Also, Carlos, getting back to Carlos, he's bleeding out of the zombie bite. He's like, I won't stop bleeding.
Yuri bites him.
And at no point does Nikolai go like, dude, I gotta kill you. It's confirmed you're gonna be a zombie now. Like, you asshole.
Yeah, because Ralphie beat him up and everything back in the day, and he's a nicer Nikolai.
I do like the foreshadowing. They kind of copied this foreshadowing from the previous film of the dog cages, like shredded up with like hunks of meat. There's like a canine van. And I'm like, that's a cool build. If you're a fan of the first movie, you know what that's leading to. Reporter lady, what's her name again?
Terry Morales. I think. Yeah,
she just gets devoured by children.
So the thing is that's so stupid is they're like, hey, reporter lady, here's a gun. You're good. Later.
It's like, it's easy, aim for the head, or it's like,
and she gets killed immediately by.
Did you teach her about the safety? Did you tell her how to reload?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what did you think?
Did you tell her about the recoil? She probably doesn't know about that.
What's his name? LJ's like, I'll go with you. Everything is okay, and then they're immediately separated. Apparently, like I don't.
Oh
know
yeah, no.
happened.
She's like, LJ, you do down here. You go upstairs. I'll take the basement to look for Angela. But yeah, she just gets mauled by the children.
Yeah.
Jill finally finds Angela. And then this scene's confusing because we saw zombies running earlier. Mm-hmm. And they go through a thing and she's like, zombies or whatever. And she's like, don't worry, they're slow.
Those things are in here.
It's okay, honey. They're slow. We can run around them.
And she's
Also,
like, I didn't mean them. I meant them. And she points at the dogs.
Yeah.
And the dog scene is such a letdown.
So I love how Nikolai comes in. Nikolai's like, what's it called? So he's like, go save the girl. I have this beach. And then he's like, oh, shit. Like, immediately.
Oh, but that's another.
His accent's the worst.
That's another thing. He's saying hi to her, and then a jump scare.
Go save the girl. I just love that. Go save the girl. I have this beach. Oh, shit.
Save the girl! I've got this beach. Oh, shit.
Like, it's like the worst Russian accent I've ever heard in my life. But oh, shit and beach made me laugh
He
really
gets
hard.
wrecked by the dog. But, like, there's no, like, corny, like, dog kung fu scene. Like, come on.
And then I like when they all meet back up and like Carlos, she's like, there's more of you. And Carlos like, what? More of me? Oh, and then Nikolai's just like, I'm dead. Like I got ripped to shit.
Well, before that, they set up something cool for Jill to do.
Yeah.
She's lighting up the gas.
Oh my God.
She's lighting up the gas in the kitchen. The dogs are chasing her. She's setting up a trap.
And they showed the part earlier where she lights a match with one hand and lights a cigarette with it.
It's awesome. So she's walking with Angela, back facing. She lights up the book of the match, and you're like, oh, cool. Yep. Classic walking away from explosion. But no.
It goes out.
The match goes out. And luckily.
Thank God, Alice was outside enjoying a flavor country.
Enjoying a nice cigarette.
She was in flavor country just sitting there like.
She took time out of her day to.
I'm so stressed out. I just need a nice smoke. And then she's smoking, and then she sees her friends and goes, oh shit, she didn't hear all the shit going on in there. No. And then decides, let me flick my cigarette. Like all of a sudden,
she just knew that Jill was lighting the gas.
So Alice smokes now. Also, she wasn't with them a minute ago, and now she all of a sudden
showed up.
So she's sitting
lighting
outside
up a cigarette,
watching this happen, and she enjoyed most of a cigarette, like most of it.
And she just assumed that there was gas in the kitchen. And she also had a fire blanket on her.
Yeah, she has.
So she knew that was going to happen. Is she does have some kind of mental power
later?
How good is it?
Not in this part.
Or like, does she have it and not realize it?
This movie is fucking stupid. That's also really... that. So that's a part that killed me.
But that's a cool thing that Jill could have done. And they were like, nah, you don't get.
But they're like, no, sorry, Jill. It's about Alice. Whenever Alice
is in a later movie, I think, with Claire, they're like, no, Claire, you don't get to kill the thing Alice does.
No, that's the thing. It's like, oh, you mean the game characters that everybody wants to see in a movie? No, Alice. Everybody wants to see Alice do it. Jill and everybody, no, nobody cares. Yeah. And then even too, like, Carlos is into Alice, not into Jill, like he's supposed to be. Like,
so yeah, Angela and Alice, they're both infected, but they have like. Angela takes an antivirus that keeps it like in check.
Yeah.
So the T-virus fixes her illness, and the antivirus keeps it so she doesn't go full zombie. That's like the thing. Ashford gets caught by the bad guy. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I know you've been hacking stuff, you idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you're not tricking me. I know you've been like working with Alice.
He's like, oh no.
Yeah, and then this scene
and then also too, this is one of the parts I wanted to say before that when they find it. They're like, he's like, I want to talk to my daughter.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, here she is or whatever. And they're like, where's the landing place? And he says, it's at City Hall. Not City Hall. I thought he meant City Hall, but no, apparently in Raccoon City, there's a place called the City Hall. And they were in City Hall.
I can't make fun of anything. I'm the guy who struggles with words that end in AW.
Please get the part where he says City Hall because he totally. I know it's a British accent. I know because people are gonna be like, actually.
Oh, I hit a button.
They're gonna be like, actually, it's a British accent. That's how it sounds. No, he says City Hall.
I think he's Scottish.
He's like, it's in City Hall, and I was like, oh, okay, City Hall.
The helicopter will be at City Hall.
That sounds like a fucking club.
I'm a guy who can't say. Saw Jaws.
Saw and Jaws?
I
thought you were trying to say like Sawa, like Devon Sawa.
No, the words that end in AW, I put L's in it. It's the one.
Saul? Like you're like, oh, I'm going to draw a picture?
Yeah.
Like you got that southern drawl.
You know, hey, Kieran, a couple episodes ago, we did the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw? Better call Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Everyone keeps thinking, you know, when we did Cruel Jaws, I said, hey guys, this is like a thing I have. Don't make fun of me. And everyone makes fun of me 2 years later.
Cruel what?
Huh?
Cruel what?
Cruel Jaws. Like the
Cruel Jaws?
Yeah, Jaws.
What's Cruel Jaws?
Oh, it's an Italian ripoff of
Are
Jaws.
You like, when you need to sell your droids, do you sell them to the Jaw Walls?
I can say Jawas, okay?
Do you listen to Paul Wall while you sell your droids to the Jaw Walls?
Let's get back to this movie. Let's get back to Resident Evil. Okay. So yes, where are we at here, motherfucker? Oh, Jill is like, hey, here's the dead girl's camera. Record your opening monologue for the movie.
Oh yeah. So then it's like, and it comes full circle.
But it's so different. It's like when you saw it at the beginning. When you looked at it in the beginning of the film, it looked like she was in like a location, but now it's like her in the back of the car. It's like, this is the same thing.
I'm sorry I hate this movie so fucking much. But
Don't apologize. It's a terrible film. So they make it to the helicopter landing pad at City Hall.
City Hall. They're at City Hall.
So Alice climbs all the way up the building to take out one sniper. and then she
Yeah.
makes sure to run down the side of the building.
I hate the run down because I'm like, you don't need to do that. Like, you can just rappel down. But she's like the way
You're
she's
making
running,
more
looks so
noise running down.
stupid. And then she pulls the guns out again. Or no, she just beats the shit out of them.
Yeah, she beats the shit
Which,
out of all of them.
Why do they all wear like motorcycle helmets? Like, they're not wearing a tactical like
so
soldier
they can
helmet.
reuse the same stuntmen
I
for
guess so.
different
That makes
scenes?
sense. They're all wearing motorcycle helmets, which is weird.
Yeah.
They're
That
not
is weird.
But I can understand.
They're not even riot helmets. They are motorcycle helmets.
They're all wearing motorcycle helmets.
The helicopter was a trap. The helicopter was a trap. It's meant for Nemesis. But yeah, it was a way to lure them there. So the bad guy,
Yeah.
he has them where they want him. He's got them all hostage. Oh, he's got them all hostage.
Yeah.
And he's like, Alice, you got to fight Nemesis. You're both great weapons. I got to see which one of you is the best weapon.
Yeah.
Do it or I'll kill your friends. And she's like, no, you won't. And she's got like 3 friends there?
Yeah, which she just met. Too.
Yeah, that is true. But he's like, I'll prove it. I'm going to kill my scientist.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill my friend.
And he's like, that was a very important person. And I don't even care about your friends. Like, why the fuck did you You could have killed one of them and she would have gotten the point. Why did you kill your guy, you dumb motherfucker?
I guess because they were like, well, who do we kill? Well, we can't kill Jill. We can't kill Carlos, and we can't kill Mike Epps because we're trying. That was when they were, in the 2000s, they were trying to get away from that stereotype.
Oh yeah, because people started calling them out on it more.
Yeah, and also like Mike Epps becomes. Well, they did kill him in the next movie, but he did become like a character that but he was like this stereotype character. I don't know if you want to keep that in there. You can if you want, but. I mean, but he was like they literally like.
No, he looks like a
Mike Epps is a great comedian, but they used him is exactly like how you'd expect in the early 2000s.
You're right. They were trying to
zombie movie.
They were trying. I think like after Scream 2 called movies out on it. They're like, well, Jurassic Park 3 didn't get that movie.
Yeah. The thing is, like, so they have like what's it called? Every single joke in the movie and every single funny. Like everyone is so dead serious and cool except for Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Mike Epps with the GTA motherfucker. Respect. Oh, the skeleton is LOL. Like every single thing, and it's and honestly, like
now you think about 13 Ghosts did that. They had the funny black girl in it.
They always do.
Making all the jokes, and she lives at the end.
Also, too,
that was Hollywood being like, "Oops, you caught us. We're gonna do the opposite."
Freddy vs. Jason had
Kelly Rowland, but she doesn't make it out.
Gets killed, but she is like she was sassy and
oh yeah, she says stuff that Kelly Rowland doesn't want you to remember.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Look up Kelly Rowland's scene with Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, she says the F word.
Tweet it to her. Anyway.
Oh, if you want to get blocked, I guess.
This you.
And she might see it. She ain't Beyonce. Beyonce has someone to read her text. I'm pretty sure.
Could you imagine, they probably filmed that in, the summer of 2002, and she's like, I called Freddy the F slur. And it's it's going to be so funny. It's going to age like a fine wine.
That's why none of them talk to anyone from anything.
And now it's years later, she's like, oh God, I hope no one remembers Freddy versus Jason.
Nobody. Hey, if you think about it though, someone wrote that line and had her say it. It's not her fault.
The guy writing it is like, oh God.
Yeah, it was it's his fault.
What if she ad-libbed it? What if she ad-libbed it?
Turns out she's just very messed up. No, but so we have this runs down the building. She beats people up. They're hostage.
Yeah,
he's and thank God the Nemesis. Okay.
Yes, they have to fight each other.
The Nemesis
fist to fist for some reason.
The Nemesis is the most perfect T-virus monster that they got. The Tyrant was the first of the tyrants or whatever. Then there was Mr. X, who was the secondary tyrant. Yeah. The Nemesis is the perfect version of that. He is programmable. He can take orders, and it's because of a parasite. Which I don't know if that's always what it was, but in the new remake, he has a parasite inside of him that allows them to control him, and that's why they had a problem with him. But the Tyrant, the Nemesis, is the baddest motherfucker up to this point.
Yeah.
In all of Resident Evil, the Nemesis beats everything out. He's the most powerful. Thank God in this movie he is so susceptible to karate. If only Jill knew in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis that all she had to do was do karate instead of using, freeze rounds, a magnum, a shotgun, maybe handgun bullets if you're, the Eagle A and B parts or whatever if you needed. throwing a gas thing into him, also burning him in acid. Oh, and also after using a rail cannon to blow up the mutated version. She just needed to do karate and impale him because he can't regenerate, apparently.
Just do some karate. It's not that hard.
This is what killed me in this game was I was like, yo, in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Jill is supposed to be... Jill is like the Ripley of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
You know, she's been through it. She's in this. Jill is trying to kill this monster. Is made. The Nemesis regenerates. There's nothing that can like kill him really. And every time he gets
that
really
was like a
messed up,
disappointment watching this. It's like, oh, does he only stay in that one form?
Yeah, he stays in the one form the whole time. He never like changes. He never uses the tentacles. And he gets beat up and then impaled.
Yes. And then she remembers that it's the guy from the first movie.
Also, too, I hate when he rips the thing off the wall and then you see the piece and you go, I bet he's going to get impaled on that. There's so many of those kind of things.
So bad guy is like, you need to fight. I need to see which one of you is the best. No weapons.
Oh, and he also says, finish him.
Finish him.
Yes.
Which is another Mortal Kombat.
But it's like no weapons. And then the Nemesis grabs a weapon and it's like, okay. But then bad guy's like, here, Alice, here's a weapon. It's like, wait, why are you assisting her? I thought this is supposed to be a fair...
He doesn't just say, here, Alice. He comes up, he goes... throws him in slow motion.
But yeah,
it's so stupid.
Then she tells Nemesis, she's like, you're a guy I used to know for a day. I killed your sister.
Yeah, she's like, Matt, I'm sorry, Matt. And he's like oh, my eyeball.
Yeah. So she refuses to kill him.
Yeah.
Upsetting bad guy. But Nemesis, here's his ultimate weakness, Kieran. The power of friendship.
Yeah, the Nemesis, it was those Milla Jovovich nipples that everybody's seen in these movies.
He's like, I love my best friend Alice. I'm on her side now.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say, computer, in my head. So he just starts killing all the Umbrella guys.
Another part in this movie too, like where if you think about it, like remember we were talking about in the first one where there's like a very major lack of blood.
Yeah.
This one, he shoots dudes with a minigun and stuffing comes out of them.
And it's rated R.
Like it's like
so they can do blood and they just choose not to. It's like, but you're rated R.
But it's like
why not go for it?
I don't know. Yeah, so he shoots.
Yeah, and so the Alice does the stupid dropping the gun
that
big
which
enough.
is it's taken literally from Code Veronica. Claire does it, and when that happened in 2001, and I saw Claire do it, I was like, whoa! And like when I saw her doing the scene where she's running through the glass, getting shot by the helicopter, I was like, wow, this is really cool. Seeing it in this movie. I'm like, this is stupid, and I hate every second of this, and I just want this movie to end because I have to piss.
Yeah, so Nemesis gets crushed by a helicopter.
Yeah.
And then the blade knocks out Alice.
It flies and hits her, conk, like right in the face.
And then she gets hit again by another flying. She's getting hit by flying.
It made me laugh so fucking hard when she got hit by the thing, because...
And by the way, Jill, crash a helicopter.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
And then also, too, the guy's like, why aren't we airborne? And he's like, because I'm used to driving a Cadillac. Boop! And punches him in the face.
Why haven't we taken off? Because I usually drive a Cadillac.
Mike Epps again with the hilarity.
Yeah. I do like they throw bad guy out and then Ashford zombie eats him.
Yeah.
Ashford, who's now a zombie.
Ashford's like,
wait, so he got shot. Is the virus airborne?
I don't know. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know.
It's like they came up with an idea. It's like Paul W. Anderson was writing this as he was like doing Alien vs. Predator, and he'd be like, "Oh fuck, Ashford comes back. That'll be cool."
He's
and
a zombie.
He didn't bother to check. It's like, wait, did he get bit?
He got shot with T-virus bullets. Was why? I don't know. They're umbrella bullets too. Remember that? There's that part where she shoots the two bullets and it closes in on him. It's like. And then it's like umbrella symbol, and then
that was in the first one too, the umbrella.
Yeah, but it's like I hate it. Oh, also too, this movie only has one small object flying and hitting the ground.
Yes, that's true. The last one had like so many of them.
It's just the match. That's the only thing. In the first one, they had a million little small objects hitting the ground.
Almost everything that fell to the ground had a reaction shot.
It's like Paul W.S. Anderson's Doves.
I have to check. Maybe the director of this was the second unit guy for Resident Evil 1.
Maybe.
And they were like, your close-ups on all the little objects.
Yeah. We love it. Do more of that. Do the cigarette.
You're like, we're letting you direct the sequel because of how good you film those little objects.
There's not so many just hitting. They don't hit the floor, but there are close-ups. Like there's the cigarette, there's things like that, but they don't hit the floor.
Yeah.
I think Paul W.S. Anderson is about. He's like, they gotta hit the floor. They have to hit the floor. It's like because he's weirdly British. Yeah.
Yeah. So Raccoon City gets nuked.
Yeah.
The survivor's helicopter goes down. Something like a pipe comes out of the helicopter and stabs
it's
Alice.
like it's going go, 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 and it flies, and then it's going to kill the girl.
And Alice gets in front of it.
Which honestly would have been hilarious if out of all that, this girl just gets fucking wrecked by a pipe. I don't know. That would be kind of funny.
People
Not
get upset.
Really. It would be
People
horrible,
get upset
but-
if you spend most of the movie trying to save a little girl, and then they end up just
And
dying.
then they die.
And then they end up just dying.
In the next movie, off screen.
YouTube search Alien 3. Anyway.
3 times the suspense. 3 times the danger. 3 times the terror.
Thank you. Oh my God, your name I'm blanking on your name. I'm sorry.
I feel like there used to be something else here. But
No,
I can't
it's
quite
Alien
put
3
my
wall
finger
now.
on it.
It's Alien 3 wall. And over there we have, I guess we'll talk about it. I was going to save it for the Batman episode. A fan, if you were on Patreon, you would have seen me unboxing both of these. These are both sent in by fans. That's just Alien 3. It's an original poster. That is every time I mention that I was in The Dark Knight Rises with time codes. The guy wrote time codes on all of it.
You know, I just realized my G.I. Joe isn't up here. My Denim Commander.
Yeah, yours is in your office.
Yeah. It's sitting on my desk.
Do you want to put it up there?
Maybe I will. Maybe I will put it somewhere.
I'll put it somewhere. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway. So Alice is like dead and they leave her behind. Umbrella covers up the attacks. The tape gets out, but then they're like, the tape is fake.
Yeah.
Jill and Carlos are the bad guys.
Yeah.
And their faces are all over the news. This is very important. Their faces are all over the news and they're being blamed for this hoax.
Yeah. And you think that, a major company that is doing this would have, every one of their security force would know.
Yeah.
What Carlos Oliviera and Jill Valentine look like.
You would think, but Jill wakes up in a tank naked.
Yeah.
And
Again.
And
she's got very pointy nipples in this part.
Ian Glenn.
Is that so? I think since we finished doing all Spider-Man movies, is Milla Jovovich nipples going to be the new masturbating?
I don't think anything can top Aunt May masturbating.
And they're really, I got to be honest, like they're large and in charge.
That was a cold tank that she was in.
It probably was. Like she's probably like, oh my God, I got to do this scene again.
So
my nipples.
What you got? Ian Glenn, who was the bad guy in Tomb Raider. He's the bad guy in a lot of these movies. He's the tyrant in the next film. He's Batman on Titans.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think he ever wears the bat suit.
Yeah.
But he's Bruce Wayne, and he actually does the Bat-Tusi in the one episode.
Oh my God.
Not in the suit, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just like seeing him as Batman is so funny. I'm like, one, you're like way too thin to be Batman. Two, it's just like I'm so used to being a bad guy, I can't buy you as Batman. Yeah. Good actor though, but yeah, he lets her out. She remembers who she is and she leaves and she has mental brain melting powers.
She liquefies that guy's eyeballs or brain through his head or some sort of shit through a security camera. She knows that he's in the security camera and sees and does that. But
And
she
then-
also like beats up everyone in the room. And I also hate this scene because she's like, my name. And then it's like, my name is Alice and I remember everything. I'm on everything. That's another Mike Epps reference right there.
Yeah, her friends show up.
Also Royce the 5'9" or Slaughterhouse if you're down with that too. There's a song with Mike Epps where they sample Mike Epps. It's that one where it's like syrup, painkillers, cigarettes, weed. You know that one?
No, I don't.
Oh, really?
So her friends show up.
Yeah.
And none of the Umbrella guys go, oh, you're the one we set up for the hoax.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to arrest you now. They're like, we're so-and-so. We're here to get her. And then it's like Ian Glenn is in on it because he programmed Alice. Her eyes turn into Umbrella logos now.
It's like, so that's the other stupid ass thing about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to put in the Alice program. Make sure you put in the thing where it turns her iris into an umbrella symbol real quick. Like that's a feature you guys
and we'll
did.
track her from our Umbrella satellite with the Umbrella logos all over.
And we're in Michigan.
Yeah.
Umbrella's headquarters in Michigan or wherever it is. Like, I think it's Michigan or it's Illinois or something like that.
Yeah.
It's in like some fucking.
Well, they're really proud of that umbrella logo that Spencer found.
Maybe it's
in
in
a
Chicago,
cave.
actually. I think actually maybe it is Chicago because I think like I think Raccoon City was supposed to be like Chicago.
I think so.
I think it was based on Chicago. Maybe that's what it is. I'm thinking it's just like in the middle of Illinois or like in Michigan somewhere. Like,
well, I know the next film they make it all the way to Vegas.
Yeah.
So that's Resident Evil Apocalypse. Not good.
No, the only the best part is the Kill Switch Engage song at the end of the movie.
It's
like,
really sick, bang! The best part was
End of Heartache, really good album. Actually,
I feel like the best part was the trailer for the movie and not the actual movie itself. Yeah, this was a big letdown at the time. It is not a very good movie.
You know what's
now.
funny? So the music video for End of Heartache is it's Kill Switch Engage playing the song.
Yeah.
But then it closes in on them, and then every pixel is like a screen that shows a scene from Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Kieran, would you agree with Sean Edwards of Fox TV that fans of the game will love this movie?
Who?
Sean Edwards of Fox TV. He said fans of the game will love this movie.
Sean Edwards from Fox TV. You're a fucking idiot. Sorry,
will you agree with
just
Lou?
That sounds like someone who has never played the game. He's probably like, let me tell you, if I were a fan of the game, if I even knew what the games were, I'd love this movie. Like, no.
Do you agree with Lou Lemonick? That is a rush of nonstop action. I'll give it that, but not good action.
It's not a rush. I would say it's, it is nonstop action.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cringe.
Yeah, it's pretty bad action.
It is a rush of nonstop action. I guess it gives me
You're
shivers.
right. That outfit, so her pants get ripped, but it's so bad. It's so bad. This movie's bad. Don't watch it. It's not fine. It's not
fine or fun.
It's really bad. That's the thing. People are like, "Oh, the new one is worse than all the other ones." Like, no, this is objectively
I would
worse
much
than the new
rather
one.
watch the newest one than watch this one ever. Like I said, I would rather watch Welcome to Raccoon City 100 times before watching this again.
But
I'm sorry, but like, I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. This movie sucks.
It's bad. It's bad. You shouldn't watch it. You know what you should watch? Hack the Movies. Every Monday and Thursday at 3 p.m. new episodes air. It's either talking about tapes or the Hack the Movies show. You should watch all the stuff we put out on patreon.com/hackthemovies. Kieran, do you not have time to watch a YouTube video?
No, I do. Also, you know what else you should watch?
Yeah. Well, let me finish my plug first.
Oh, okay.
You don't have time to watch a YouTube video. You're in your car. You're driving around. I got that podcast feed for you.
Yeah.
Wherever podcasts are available. Now, Kieran.
Spotify and
Spotify. Just do Spotify. I love Spotify.
I have Spotify as well.
I get a lot of my information from Spotify.
I have YouTube Music, but I prefer Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify's good.
Yeah.
I get all my information from it.
Yeah.
Now, Kieran, say I don't have time to play all the Resident Evil games. I can't find them. Is there a place on Twitch that I could watch someone playing Resident Evil games regularly?
Yeah, there is.
Where?
My stream.
Whoa!
At twitch.tv/Kieran, and that's KI 5 E's RN. I play Resident Evil, like a lot of them, mostly the remakes. I also play 2. I play a lot of Street Fighter. Yeah. There's a lot of cringe. We're cringy.
I love that you've embraced it. It's in the title of your streams now.
I say Bafangulo a lot, Tony.
Which I don't agree with. That you are appropriating my culture.
You can also buy
That's our word.
You can buy a Bafangulos and Ghosts t-shirt from my merch store if you feel so inclined.
So we got the Tony Peak shirt with my face. We got it back on Teespring. And then a week later, it was off Teespring again.
What's wrong? Why?
I have to email. I need to email a human and figure out what's going on.
I got to make more merch. Right now, all I have is a Bafangulo and Ghost shirts, and then I have
But you know what shirt is available?
Stickers.
The Fun and Fine and Fine and Fun Resident Evil shirts. Yes.
I have one of each.
Yes. So check those out, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
I think Capcom does a great job when they're adding like collaboration characters.
I've never been able to extend this way.
Oh god, I gotta get the helmet on. Oh god.
Wait a minute, our guy's a bad guy the whole time.
I just think it's crazy that I'm better at video games now than when I was like 16.
That is how you fix all the problems with all these games.
I feel like toy distribution is so different than it used to be.
They resculpted over the chest. They gave him a flak jacket over it.
No, you took my joke!
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.
Talking about tapes.